So a while back, people sent out their request that our document routing here at work was not up to par. So they asked people for their opinions and what they would like to change and what they would like to do, and if there was anybody out there that could help. So my boss at the time nominated me to give it a shot. So here is my results after a few months, well, good 4 months of solid work on it. It's currently in day one testing at my squadron now, so hopefully all goes well and we can fix any little bugs that happen. But today was the official launch, so I'll do a quick walkthrough of it. Here we go. First thing you'll get is a pop-up. I have the program right now. It'll look up your computer profile name and it'll match it against my records in the database. If it's there, then you go straight to the main menu. If not, it prompts you to make a profile. When you make a profile, it's at that time where the software will capture your computer profile name and save it, and that's how it knows if you've been here or not. Obviously, I've used it before, so straight in I go. So basically, it's document routing. So over here on the right side, these are all the work centers. And underneath is how many documents they have waiting for them to review. And the whole issue we were having is you would literally copy your file into the network drive, into some folder, and then after you reviewed it, you physically copied it and moved it and pasted it into another work centers folder, and so forth. On and on it goes. Files will get lost, put to the side if they needed corrections. You never knew what was going on. Once you put it in there and it left, who knows if you get it back or not, and how long it would take. So those are some of the things I set out to fix. So first things first, creating a document. You get this guy. When you make a profile, you set up your PIN. Right here would be your profile name. You just verify it's you, because this is how the database will look up your documents. You would name whatever you're doing. Testing tutorial. What a suspense date that I would like my document back from wherever I'm routing it to. We'll just give it the 31st of May, whatever. Selecting a file. I wrote the code so the file can be anywhere on your computer. And my program will copy that file and paste it on the network drive in a predetermined location, basically, so it can be retrieved. It obviously can't be on any individual's desktop because I can't access anybody's desktop and no one can access mine. So it has to go on the shared drive, and instead of making everybody go to the shared drive, finding a folder, putting it in there, this will do it for them. You can also have up to 2 supporting documents. You can add any notes that you may need your reviewers to see, like review and route to Commander for signature, whatever it may be. A priority level. Basically, this is just a quick indicator for people that are reviewing your documents. Priority 1 would be like, I need it back in a week. 2, 3 weeks, whatever. And priority 3 over 30 days. You got time. Here you'd save, and here you would choose where you would want your document to go. For me, this would be my boss, his boss, so forth, all the way down the line, And eventually I needed to end up at the Commander for signature. And then you just hit complete. And now it's also going to ask you, hey, do you want to notify that first work center? So if I hit yes here, I'll get a pop-up giving me, So whether I email or not, it'll, my document's saved and it's routed. But here it'll give me a pop-up and say, okay, here's all the people I have in the database for MXMCH. Who would you like to email? I can select a person here and send an email. This send email is just like a generic email. It says, hey, you've got something waiting. In document routing, go check it out. In the send custom, it'll pop open your standard Outlook email, and you can select multiple people and put your own message in, basically. And every time it hits a new route, a new workstation, they will get the option to email or not to email the next work center. So there, that document's routed. Now MXMCH has one document to review. So let's say it's been a few days from now, and I'm like, where is my document? I got two options. I can look it up by my man number or by my work center. So we'll look up my man number, and this will list all the documents that I have by my man number currently out being routed. It'll list the document name, it'll list the creation date, it'll list all the work centers, and if they reviewed it or not. This right here would mean MXMCH was the first one in this route. They have reviewed it, and now it's on to MXMC to review. And when they're done, it'll show a check mark and so on all the way down until it's finished. And this is how I can quickly see where all my documents are at. Work Center is the same way, except for it'll show all the documents that people in my Work Center had routed out. So this would be good for like my boss trying to see where anything is at that has to do with his Work Center. Any maybe upgrade trainings that are going on, any certifications that are going on. He can quickly see where all those are at and give an accurate he'll have an accurate picture of what's going on basically with his people. To see a completed document, pretty much the same. Put in my Work Center, and this will show me all the completed documents up to this point. Tell me my creation date, my completion date, and my files like in here. I can grab them, save them to my desktop, do whatever I need to do with the file in the first place. Commonly routed documents. This is just a place where people can go and they can put some templates in here, some blank files, save them for quick access later for when they may need them, and they don't have to go find them on their desktop or find them on the drive somewhere. They're all right here. Well, hopefully eventually they'll be right here. But if they're not, this will load our EPUBs where you can quickly search right from here for a document you're looking for, download it, and start your routing. Update your profile, of course. Update your profile. Now the big one, the Work Center review. This is where, let's say, my boss has one document, obviously the one I just made, but he can go here or here. They go to the same spot. This one just brings up the form, the blank form. And if he goes to this one, it's the same form except for it's pre-filled with the Work Center up top. It's just a little bit quicker, but there you go. So there you go, testing tutorials. First thing you'll see is who did it and when, his suspense, priority level, whatnots. Here would be the file. He would click on it to review it and open it up. A little big for my little camera here, but it opens up. He reviews it, saves it, whatever he's got to do. If he accidentally saves it in the wrong spot, or if I use the wrong form or something like that, something that he can fix, but he has to use a different file, he can click this replace file and it'll just replace this without making a new route. Now sometimes you get like a pop-up to save it, but Windows didn't give you the actual location of the file. It just gave you like your document folder, and that's obviously not where this file is saved at. You can click this file path, and it basically just it saves the file path of this particular file to your computer clipboard that you can copy and paste into your search, and it'll bring you right to where this document needs to be saved at. So the next section would be right here. This is the main section. This is the route. So I wanted to go to my boss, his boss, chief, so on and so forth. Here, when my boss was done, he said, okay, it's good to go. He would click here, and that would mean, okay, I'm saying I'm done. It's going to give him a pop-up, would you like to notify the next work center? So in this case, MXMC. If he clicks yes, he'll get a pop-up with all MXMC personnel that are in the database. And he would again have a choice to send a generic email or send a custom email. And down here, you can make a little note, MXMCH, review complete, or whatever it may be. And then you'd hit finish. Good to go. Now MXMCH has no files. MXMC, he's got 5 to go though. But if we go here, we would see that testing tutorials is now here. And you can review it, so on and so forth. Now CEM would have it. It just passes it along all the way down the line until it's finally done. Just guiding people through what you need. Alright, what's next? So the widget. The widget would be like for the commander per se. A work center that has a lot of documents that go in and out of their work center all day. But they don't have the desktop real estate to keep this open all day to see if they got documents. So they can use the widget and go like, well, we'll just use CCS since they got 2 documents. What it'll do, it'll minimize the application of access, and this is all they'll be left with. It's this little guy that they can just put off in the corner of the screen and not worry about it. I don't know why I put CC2 in there, but that doesn't help out any. CCS, there we go. So from here, they can click their work center name, and that'll update it. Eventually, I would like to make this a timed thing, that every 15 minutes or so, this would auto update. Definitely doable. I was just getting an error that I hadn't figured out yet, so it's not implemented yet. This is obviously how many documents they have. They can click here to hotlink them to the review, where they can review their document. Call it a day. This one would take them to main menu, and here would just see exit document routing completely. I would say that as long as this works accurate, and after the speed bumps of people not using it, not knowing what it is, it's completely different than what we had. So there's obviously going to be issues, and I'm sure there's maybe work centers that have been left out, things like that I'm just going to have to add as time goes. This was kind of I built this up at home with the best I had, and we'll see how it goes from here. But yeah, like I said, pretty proud of it. There was a lot of code in the background that I had to Google, but it was fun. I enjoyed it and look forward to more projects like this. Later.